I feel like I'm forgetting something. Hello again, welcome back to the Sunday Update. I'm Lucas, as ever, and I hope you're doing well. This may have been the most varied week I've had. It's been busy, it's been good, it's been busy, and I dare say this is probably going to be quite long because, yeah, a lot of things happened this week, and I guess, I'm going to talk about them. So let's kick things off with an ongoing thing. This has been a problem since Monday before last, the Monday before the last vlog. I'm trying to think in terms of like, who's watching this? What if you're watching this late? What if you're watching this on time? Can I fit something that fits both? Can I use words? But yeah, since the Monday before last vlog, I've been having trouble with my foot. My right foot specifically, which is a problem because my right side is my dominant side, so yeah. And it's been a bit of a problem for a little while. And then, sort of midway through this week, I noticed that I'd started feeling pain up my calf. So I decided, you know what, I should probably get this checked out. Took it to the walk-in centre, and apparently I have inflamed tendons in my right foot. Or in other words, I just need bed rest, which is fine, because I can actually get it for the first time in a long time, sort of today and ish Monday-ish. It's made walking around really fun, I must say. My particular favourite thing to do is, after I've been sat down for a long time, when I stand up and then I realise I can't use my right leg, that's my favourite thing. And I started taking painkillers for it even, and some of you who know me beyond just these vlogs will know that I don't like painkillers. I just don't take them because I like to save their effectiveness for when I do actually need them. I've been on paracetamol every day since Wednesday. It's been grim. But hopefully it will stop being grim. That'd be great. I'd love that. We live in hope, I suppose. Now, I found this out on the morning of the radio awards that I briefly mentioned last week. Now, if we backtrack a little bit to the day before I got my inflamed tendon diagnosis, it was my final ever show with the radio station. My sort of co-host, when he actually is in Manchester, a lovely man named Kieran, called in, said his goodbyes, and then I said mine. And it's weird, I didn't realise how much I took that for granted. I really have done. Yeah, it's weird not having that anymore, because now I know that come this coming Tuesday, I'm not going to have a show to do. I'm not going to, have that, not that distraction. Distraction's the wrong word. This other project, let's say, because that is how I see it, really. I don't see it as a sort of a means to, procrastinate doing some work. I do actually genuinely enjoy doing it, and that's why I want to go into it as a career. That's part of the reason why I started these vlogs, so I could get editing experience, so I could get talking experience, Any experience I can get is great, and vlogging ticks a lot of boxes. I now no longer have my best method of experience, my 2-hour show, which in a way is probably a good thing because, well, firstly, I'm so busy at the moment and it's all assessments and things that count, which isn't fun. And secondly, it means I've probably actually got more to talk about in these vlogs because I've not just talked them all away on Tuesday, so there's that, I suppose. But regardless of how questionable the quality of the studio was by the end of my tenure, I will miss just sitting in there with co-hosts, with friends, with interviewees, playing music, talking about things, just generally having a good time. If anything, it's made me more eager for when I get back into radio, and it's made me realise that that's something I need to do sooner rather than later, because I was going to leave a little time once I'd started my new job to settle into that, and then try and find 6 months on a station. I think now I've realised that I need to keep it going because I just enjoy it too much. We then had our new station manager elections. We have a new station manager now. That's kind of how it works. So congratulations to Joe McGavin for that. And then the night after was the Society and Media Awards, which let's unpack this. So lots of things happened. Firstly, there was the actual awards. I didn't win any, sadly, but being nominated for 2 is more than good enough for me. It was strange, I'll concede, sitting in the awards, knowing how it felt to win one, and then not winning one. In a very sort of crass analogy, I now understand how all the stars at these big award ceremonies feel when they're passed over for Oscars and BAFTAs and whatever it is they're winning. I got that a little bit. There's a sense of, well, I still did a really good job, but I would have just loved to have won that, just to really reassert it. That would have been good. Am I bigging myself up a little bit? Yes. But I still had a really good time with my friends, with other presenters, with people from other societies. It was just a really good night. Some people got a little bit too drunk, but it was a good night. The other thing that happened was, for the first time in a long time, I actually used Twitter. As head of social media, it really should be more prominent in my to-do list, but I just don't like Twitter particularly. But I live tweeted the awards ceremony, and I didn't realise how much effort it would take. Like, a lot. Really, like a surprising amount. To be constantly listening into what's going on, writing things while keeping an eye out in case, they're saying things that I also need to be talking about in a moment's time. I had to get there really early to document the opening, to get people coming in, I had to be there late to do the closing. I didn't realise just how much time it takes up, because I thought it'd be fairly simple in terms of, you just turn up, you do it, you don't need to do any prep beforehand, which is true to a degree, although I did a lot of prep beforehand, because I didn't know anything about most of the things I was talking about. I probably shouldn't admit that on camera, but it took a lot of time, I must say. And I now have a newfound respect for anyone who live tweets anything. Also, like, people who do organisational live tweeting, how they can produce, like, videos and GIFs so quickly astonishes me. It's amazing. I wish I could do that. Like, that's the next thing I'm going to have to teach myself now, because, man, that was incredible. Like, I would have had no chance of doing that. But these guys, teach me your ways, please. So that was Wednesday. And then Friday happened. Friday is the place where this happened. Oh, I actually got that right. It was my birthday. I know, I'm excited too, Car. You've probably seen from the title of this video already. But, yeah. I had a birthday this week, and it was Friday. And it was so busy. It was so busy. So I started off with a violin lesson with a person I've never been taught by, which was really good, to be fair, because I got different insights into what I needed to improve, what needed doing differently, what worked as well. That's always good to hear. It's surprising how often you don't hear positives when you're being asked for feedback, because people hear feedback and they think, oh, they want to know what they can improve. Positive feedback is just as important as critical feedback, because if you don't tell someone what they're doing right, and you tell them all the things that you think they can work on, they're going to come away from it thinking, oh, well, that was rubbish then. That's not the case. That's not the case. You need to make them feel good. So if you don't make them feel good, they're not going to be good. And then after that, I conducted one of the other third year's composition portfolios, which went well, actually. I was pleased with it. I usually muck something up. I think everything was there. Ish. Maybe it wasn't, I'm not quite sure. But I feel like I at least did a good job of it. And then went out for food. Went out to go and grab some stuff from the SU, the Students' Union, who just implemented a new sort of Greek-styled menu, which I haven't tried enough of to be certain on what I think of it, but I applaud the bravery at least. And then after that, it was... what was it after that? It was my composition. I should probably have remembered that. It counted for... it works out at just over 20 credits of my final year, which counts for 2/3 of my degree. I can't be bothered working out how much that means. I've thought about it too much, and I've overthought the numbers, and now they just don't make sense anymore. But I will say that I really enjoyed it. It was really nice to hear what I'd made, because I made it completely from scratch. I found the players, I booked the rehearsals, I wrote the music, I got the feedback, and yeah, I'm really proud of it. Like, really proud of it. And I won't know for, probably a month and a half or so how well I've done. I've got some waiting to do, but I'm happy with it, and for now, at least, that's all that matters. Then I got surprised with cake. I love cake. I've had a lot of cake lately. And then throughout my birthday, I was responding to people wishing me a happy birthday, and that's what makes my birthday so nice for me. It's seeing the well wishes of so many people. And sometimes I look at people well wishing and think, oh, they're just saying that. I felt like it was genuine with every single person who said it to me. I don't think there's anyone who didn't want to say it who ended up saying it, and that makes me feel really good. Like, I love feeling appreciated, put bluntly. And sometimes I try and achieve that through being sort of the helpful friend, and there's various ways I go about trying to get there. But seeing how valued I am, I guess, really made me feel good, and I appreciated that a lot. So if you were any of those people, then thank you. And then we went out to the Students' Union, people drank. I left before people got drunk this time. By the sound of it, I'm very glad I did that, but I had to get home because I needed my sleep, and I still didn't get enough, but I got some, because Saturday, or yesterday as I'm filming this, I went back home. It was kind of a dual functioning trip. Well, it became a three-way functioning trip, but it was originally for two purposes. One was to go home, and the other was to do a concert for part of my recital programme, which is coming up on the 1st of June. And I played it, and there were things that I could work on there. I'm not too fussed about that, and you've heard me talking enough about my music so far this week, so I'm not going to bore you with the rest of that, especially as this video is going to be long as hell anyway. But the other exciting thing that happened was I listened to the new Arctic Monkeys album, and they'll have a special place in my heart because, you know, Sheffield, all that. I've seen a lot of things about this. A lot of people saying it's rubbish, a lot of people saying it's great. I really like it, personally. I appreciate it's not going to be for everyone because it's very different from anything they've written before. But I love the sound, I love the sort of the... I don't think it's lazy, I think it's more sleazy. Intentionally so, by the way. I love listening to Alex Turner's drooling vocals. It's great. And I really like the fact that they actually experimented with something. And then I found out that they had a pop-up shop. So I came back really early on Saturday so I could queue up for this pop-up shop and, well, get some things. And a couple of things I got I've now left at home. I got the new album, Tranquility Base Hotel and Casino. I should probably remember what it's called. I picked it up on cassette because I was just amazed that cassettes are still a thing. And I picked it up on a gold heavyweight LP. It sounds amazing, like, so good. I didn't realise just how much better it would sound on that. But it does, it's fantastic. Like, how does it sound so good on a vinyl compared to a download? I haven't downloaded it, by the way, but the vinyl came with a download code, so I'm not too worried about that yet. But like, all the little details you can't pick up through a set of headphones or through some Bluetooth speakers came through, and it was so nice. So basically, if you take anything away from this, it should be get a record player, Which brings me to today. Today's the day off. I'm gonna edit this, I'm gonna watch some football, watch some football results, and yeah, it's gonna be a lot more relaxing than the West. Nearly turned into Julius Caesar there. The West of the Week. That's a Monty Python joke, by the way. Please tell me you got it. Pretty much, the week is over. And I'm so tired. I am so tired. But it's been really good. And thank you to everyone who's been a part of it. And hopefully I can make the other 364 days just as good for you guys. So, here's to the future. And, as ever, I've been Lucas, you've been great, and you've been watching the Sunday Update. Thank you very much, and take care.